Good morning. Gonna do another quick vlog for you guys. I got the past few weeks. I always get asked about coffee. As you know, I like my coffee. And the past few weeks, I got a few people talking about beans and asking what I prefer. And so I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about it quickly. There's a shop slash restaurant here in Dublin called Fallon and Burn, and they've got their house blend, which is one of my favourites, which I like a lot. The reason why I like it is because it's not very dark blend. And here's the thing: people usually tell me that they like really dark roast. I'm not actually a big fan of very dark roast. I think the darker the roast, the less of the actual flavour of the bean comes through. But that's just my opinion. I kind of like medium roast. Now, on another note, even the Fallon Burns house blend is definitely one of my favourites. I am a big fan of just the bog standard Lavazza. One of these, a big bag of them, and it's the same thing again. You can see. See if I can show you on the camera. There's actually there's the beans. There's actually a little bit of color in the beans, rather than just being like really black dark beans. And I just find that there's more of the actual flavor of the bean comes through that way. Also, there has been some reports about, well, there's been reports about everything causing cancer these days, but that certain there are certain carcinogenic elements in coffee, and I think that's to do with the more it's roasted, the more it would have that. But I mean, we're talking about very minute things here, and this week we heard of something a lot more serious about the carcinogenic stuff, and I'll be talking about that more some other time. But if you want to make a good cup of coffee, I made a video of how to use AirPress, which is my favourite way of making a big mug of coffee. I have to say also the Nespresso machines do make a pretty damn good coffee. Although I'm not a big fan of the fact that there's a lot of waste in the packaging. But apparently you can recycle them, bring them back to them. So that's something I'll be looking into shortly. But if you want to make a good cup of coffee, one of the biggest changes is if you start using real beans, and this is probably one of the better investments I made, which is just the Tefal coffee grinder. There's nothing fancy about it. There's no different grades of grind. It's just put the beans in and you grind until you're happy with the consistency, and it's brilliant. These are not very expensive. They're about 30 quid, 35 euros in here in Ireland. Between 30 and 35. You can find them sometimes on a sale as well. So this is more important than any fanciest coffee machine maker you can ever come across. Just get yourself one of these and start grinding your own beans. Yeah, so that's the thing. Don't knock the good old Lavazza. The Italians have been making good coffee for years, and I still like it. I like it a lot, and I drink it pretty much every day. And there's a bit of a saving to be done here, because I mean I'm kind of a strong believer in. It's good to invest in quality, but there has to be kind of balance between it as well, where the return on the investment has to be enough, if you know what I mean. There's nothing wrong with the Lavazza beans. They make a pretty damn good coffee. Sure, if I spent double the amount of money on a bag of beans, it's going to be a little bit better. But is it enough? At the moment, no, because I like my Lavazza. So there's that. Yeah. So another coffee vlog. I haven't done one of these in ages, so hopefully you enjoy that. And enjoy your coffee.
I don't mind about it all so much, even though life's looking kind of rough. There's only one thing that really gets to me: being broken out of coffee ain't a good place to be.